The biggest game of the entire college football season goes tonight when Michigan takes on Washington. But I'm here to tell you, just because it's the biggest game of the season doesn't necessarily mean it has to be your biggest play of the season. It doesn't always work out to be that way. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, general manager at DeMarcosports.com. And I am actually going to give you a complimentary play, the side selection on Michigan-Washington, because I don't think it's the best bet on the board. Listen, in all my years doing this, I have said this repeatedly. I will not prostitute myself for the sake of making a sale. Now, I am in the minority, the overwhelming minority in this industry to have that opinion, because most guys here chase the almighty dollar because they know gamblers like yourself will come out of the woodwork to bet the Super Bowl, to bet the Final Four, to bet championship games like this, and it's their chance to make money. So they will not only release a play, but they'll have a huge rating on a game like tonight. Now, 99.9% of my plays are rated 5, 10, or 15 dimes. I like that economy of scale because it lets you know exactly how much I like a play. Every now and then I'll have a raise the bar 20 dime release like yesterday on the Bills, and I'm 5-2 with them now in this NFL season. And very rarely I will have a 30 dime release. But those are few and far between. Let me tell you, if I was to rate this play tonight, it would be no more than a 5 dime play. How many 5 dime plays did I have this entire football season, NFL and college football? 0. So I'm certainly not going to do that tonight. In fact, I think the best bet on the card is actually in basketball. Yes, in basketball. That's where I think the best bet is to be found. So that's where I'm going because, again, I'm not a slave to making a sale. I'm not chasing the almighty dollar. And why should I? Because in basketball tonight, my top rated 15 dime best bet in the NBA, it's going for number 12 out of 15. It's on Chicago and Charlotte. It's basketball winner number 20 out of 28 over the past 7.5 weeks. Why do I care about a 5 dime play on Washington and Michigan? That's why I'm going to give it to you for free. And that is going to be your complimentary play here for Monday. And let's get to it. And let's break down this game for you. So, listen, I gave you Washington and the over against Texas as complimentary plays a couple of weeks ago. And when I looked at that game against the Texas Longhorns, I just thought that Texas, even though the Longhorns had a stout defense and a strong defensive line, would not be able to stop that Washington offense. And you saw how deadly Michael Penix Jr. was. 29 for 38, 430 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that 37-31 win. Now, did I have some issues with Kalen DeBoer's end-of-game strategy instead of taking 3 straight kneel downs? Yeah, certainly did, and it gave Texas a second, third, and fourth chance to win that game at the very end. And listen, in Italian, it gave me a little agita, and every Washington better as well. But bottom line, I didn't think that Texas defense, even though it played so well in the Big 12 this season, would be able to dent that Washington offense. I think tonight the same is in store. Now, granted, the Michigan defense looks so strong against Alabama, sacking Jalen Milroe 6 times. But let's remember that Alabama offensive line had issues all season long. And even though Michigan's defense was so good against Alabama, if not for a bad snap and a 4th and 3-yard situation on that bad snap, Michigan could potentially have lost that game. It was lucky that the Wolverines won that game, even though they dominated defensively. And you have a Jalen Milroe who in a couple of years might be as good, maybe, as Michael Penix, but he's not now. And that Alabama offense isn't even in the same neighborhood as the Washington offense because Penix has those 3 dynamite receivers to throw to. Guys who accounted for 152 receptions this year, 2,675 yards, and 22 touchdowns. Guys who he targeted 20 times against the Longhorns, who have a good secondary, and completed 19 passes for 353 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Longhorns. Now, Michigan has a damn good secondary too. And everyone says, well, Michigan's going to be able to get to Penix. Are they going to be able to? I mean, that Washington offensive line only allowed 11 sacks in 14 games, despite the fact that Penix averaged about 37 pass attempts per game this season. Now, I do believe that Michigan will be able to get to Penix a couple of times tonight, maybe 2 or 3. But listen, the guy, although not a runner like Alabama's quarterback, is elusive because he's able to use his legs, not a runner, but he has mobility in that backfield. I also think that being a left-handed thrower, that often keeps opposing defenses a little off kilter because you just don't see left-handers that often, and particularly guys who are so efficient and with pinpoint accuracy as well. And you have a Washington team that is not going to walk into this game and go, oh my God, it's Michigan we're playing. I mean, Washington's won 21 straight games. I mean, they're not going to be intimidated here. What I particularly like in this point spread too, and this is why you should have more than one source where you're playing. You know, normally I would say at 4 points, I'm buying up the half point on Washington. But listen, my God, guys, you should be getting 4.5. And at most books, you're getting 5 already. So if you're trapped getting 4.5, you're in a great spot, right? If you're getting 4, what the hell are you playing at that book for? But you should be getting 4.5 and most likely getting 5 already. And if you aren't getting 5, love when the phone goes off when you're doing a video. If you're not getting 5, shop around and get that 5. Am I concerned that Michigan will be able to run the ball effectively against Washington? Because let's face it, most teams in the Pac-12 don't have any run defenses. Yes. I think just like the Longhorns ran the ball at will with 180 yards on 28 carries and 3 touchdowns, I think Michigan will be able to run the ball effectively tonight. But again, I'm looking for a game that will probably be decided with the last guy having the ball. Will Washington win? I don't really care. I think it's a 3-point game one way or another. I can see this easily being a 33-30 game. I can see this being a 28-24 game. And either way, I'm getting the cover with Washington, and that's the way I'm playing that game tonight. So that's your complimentary play. I wish you well, guys, and good luck. Take it easy and talk to you soon.